my guy.
Wow. Okay.
Yikes.
Episode 19. It is what it is. We're swinging back into it. It's raining hard as fuck right now. So hopefully we're not going to be hearing any of that in the audio. John, how am I sounding?
Sounds good to me. I don't hear any rain.
Okay. So it's all in my head. How about well, there's some things I wanted to dip into. I have one in the back of my head right now. But I feel like let me hold on. There's something that happened with movies recently that I wanted to talk about. As usual.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I know, I can't fucking remember. Whatever. If it hits me, it hits me. I'm here to say, this is what I was going to say before. I'm all over the place right now. How about we stop believing in fucking ghosts? How about we stop doing that, eh?
I'm with it. How about we stop? And
That shit's fun when you're like, no, I know where you're going to go. Because it sounds hypocritical as fuck for me to say this right now. Because when I was like 18, 19, I would just like do weird New Jersey stuff. Well, there's a lot of spit in my mouth right now. I would do weird New Jersey stuff all the time. And it's probably, if not, one of the whitest things you can ever do is get into a car, show up to a spot. Well,
Ooh, this is spooky.
Show up, get into a car with a couple friends, pack the car out, go on like a 45-minute drive to a road or house or building that's supposedly haunted, to then see nothing and get back into the car and go home.
And you had a great time.
And I've done this maybe 30 times.
That's awesome.
I won't lie though, I've had some fun fucking times doing it.
Remember when I
But
used
it's
to call
so
you an idiot
white.
for doing that?
Oh,
Every time
dude.
you went and did it.
Dude, you're like, why the fuck are we gonna do this? This is fucking stupid.
Yeah. And not once did I ever come along.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. I had a lot of fun. And would I do it again if I had a car? Yes, I would. Yeah, but
Hey,
it's
that's
so
probably
white.
why I have no friends.
It's
You know, to each their own.
Hey, it's fun as shit. I'm trying to think of the only time I ever saw something weird. Well, there was 2 times where I was genuinely like, I don't know about this. Well, maybe 3 times. But every single one I'm about to say has a realistic conclusion. And where you'd be like, oh, you're just a fucking idiot. So the first one, I was like 19. And there was like, this one was actually right by where I used to live. I won't say the road for the sake of whatever. But it was an old bridge, I'll say that. And I went up to it. And 2 things I noticed. One, that it was an abandoned farm. And it had all these like wires around the building and shit. And like what looked like a camera, which was kind of interesting. And then I was like, maybe the township puts like motions, like whatever the fuck, in case somebody like tries breaking into it to, I guess, squat. Maybe that's the thing. I didn't know that was the thing until I saw it that day. And then that was kind of creepy. And then 2, in the same occurrence, I saw like these eyes in the distance. And then the group of people I was with saw it as well. And then it was a fucking deer.
Yeah.
That's number 1. Number 2, I went to this thing called the Devil's Tower in northern Jersey. It took fucking an hour to get there. And this one, you kind of create the fear. Every time you do this, you're just creating a fear. There's nothing actually scary about any of them whatsoever.
Of course.
You're just creating shit. Actually, I'll tag another one on at the end of it, so I guess
You're
I have
just
4
making
total.
shit up.
Yeah, no, exactly. This one I just made up, but, well, I actually went, but the fear was made up. So there was like this Devil's Tower was like this old fucking 18th century, like really tall tower. And then around the tower are like these fucking $1 million mansions. And the only reason I thought it was creepy, I was like, oh, this is like some Illuminati shit. Like some cult shit. Like it felt like way too
That's where they go
rich.
to do offerings.
Yeah. There you go.
Have an abandoned
There you go.
castle tower in the middle of
Dude, it was too weird. A little too weird. Nothing actually
makes
happened.
sense.
And then it was just like rich people. I mean, rich people in general freak me the fuck out. They're in another dimension that I don't tap into.
Well, they're just
They got a whole different fucking view of the planet Earth. Anyway.
because it's just
Yeah, exactly.
they've opened up a second part of the game.
Yep. They've unlocked a part that we don't fucking know about.
Yeah, we haven't gotten there yet.
So that was number 2. Number 3 would be when I went to Seaview Mental Hospital. And the only reason I was scared of this one is because like it's still like, well, there's multiple aspects to it because the property is ginormous. And for some reason they built the new Seaview Mental Hospital in with the old shit, so it's a mixture of both, and there's still like security, and it's like, but anyway, if you go to the one aspect, which is across the street, it's like a little neighborhood in the woods. There's like still cement roads, but like all the houses are like, or buildings are like abandoned. And like the only reason that's scary is because it's like, wow, I can get fucking murdered by a heroin addict right now.
Yeah,
That's the only reason that's
probably
scary
the
at
biggest
all.
fear you should have.
Yep, is hey, I'm gonna get fucking demolished by a group of fucking psychopaths. Apparently, though, and there's this documentary on Netflix. It's one of my favorite documentaries. It's called Cropsy. Supposedly, and I can't, and maybe I don't know. This I want to tap into this after the ghost conversation, but apparently the cop wouldn't talk about is it if they're like people. There's always been speculations that there's satanic shit going on back there. That's another conversation I'm gonna put in the pocket for a minute.
All right.
But apparently there's a lot of satanic offerings and shit that go on over there. That's scary. Number 3. What am I on? 4 now? 3? I'm on 3.
I think you're 4.
Am I? 5. Well, let me think. Yeah, I am. You're right. So
Yeah.
the other one was in a place in the middle of Jersey. It was like a 20-minute drive, 25-minute drive. And it was an abandoned slaughterhouse. Honestly, half the shit just sounds cool for a music video when you think about it. Or even
Yeah.
a short film. Even a short film. Fuck it.
Yeah.
That shit was cool to just
Anything
go look at
abandoned
it.
is pretty cool.
It was just cool to look at most of the time, but we were there late. It was kind of weird. There was like, this one was like a slaughterhouse with like fucking tight corridor, like rooms and shit. So we were like, all right, we're just not going to go in there because of people that loiter.
Mhm.
Or I don't know. We were just scared of real shit. But basically, like we get out of the car, like we came back another day. I've been to this spot 3 times, like a fucking loser. I was in one group. We all get out of the car, and then we heard like a fucking. It was 1,000,000% an animal, but whatever it was probably like a. What animal makes? Is it a fox that makes like some terrifying ass screams?
I have no idea.
There's an animal that makes like really, actually wicked, human sounding screams, and it was probably more than likely that. And we heard that, and we just fucking got out of there as fast as possible. That was
Time
like,
to go.
yeah. I haven't done some shit like this since like July of last summer was the last time I went down this thing called Whippoorwill Road. And I've been down that maybe 5 times. Like, dude, when I realized the amount of times that I've done some of these multiple times, I realized how big of a fucking idiot I am. But it was a fun reason to get out of the fucking house and just cruise. Because I used to love just driving. But anyway.
I'd be more willing if they were advertised.
It was just fun to
me
cruise.
If it was advertised to me as, yo, we're going to go look at some of these abandoned buildings. They're pretty cool. I'd be way more inclined than to.
Let's go find
There's a bunch of ghosts here, guys.
Let's
we're gonna
go.
go look for them.
Let's go find
We're
the
gonna
ghost.
We're gonna go hope that a ghost scares us in the dark.
Let's go find the things we can't see.
That's so unfun to me. Opposed to, wow,
The real shit is
cool
actually
abandoned
creepy
stuff.
too.
That's
The
why I wanted to go to Pripyat in
Yeah. You did say
Ukraine.
you wanted to do that.
because it's straight up an abandoned city.
Yeah.
It's like what you're doing, but on a much larger
You
scale.
can go to
Seems a lot
Camden.
cooler to me.
If you want, you can go to Camden.
Don't feel like doing that. Maybe I'll pass on that one.
Might not come out alive, but you can go to Camden.
Yeah, I'd I think I'm gonna go to Pripyat instead.
That's fucking crazy. Imagine rather going to like a new fucking. That's nuts. Anyway, Whippoorwill Road was fucking like this shady, fucked your car up dirt road. But like some people lived off of it, which is also kind of weird. And then there's been always heavy speculations that there's like KKK meetings back there or some shit. And that was kind of fun and kind of crazy. And there's no lights and shit, so it's freaky. Anyway, now, when it comes to like satanic shit and KKK and let's just say the Illuminati as well, let's throw that in there. My biggest fucking thing with this shit, because I know myself and I know some friends that like are consistently busy, and where the fuck does anyone have time to go to a fucking KKK meeting secretly in the woods at fucking 11 p.m. on a Tuesday? Hey man,
I think you're.
I got work at 9 a.m.
I think you're.
That's my fucking problem.
What is the word?
And it's 2019.
I can't think of the word that I'm trying to think.
I live in a bubble.
No, it's just you're thinking too highly of people that would actually go to a KKK meeting. They're
That's true.
those would be the people that don't have to get up at work to go to their job at 9 a.m.
Or maybe they do, and they're that passionate about fucking lynching black people.
Yeah, maybe they hate. Yeah, maybe they hate black people enough.
That's pretty fucking crazy, dude. That's a certain kind of fucking evil, to be honest with you. Same with like satanic and shit. Like,
Yeah, I could see myself being satanic.
That's gonna wrap up episode 19, everybody.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh fuck, dude! Imagine I actually ended it 11 minutes in, but you said that. Oh fuck.
That'd be so fun.
Oh shit! Although I read article, like some of the practices are not. It depends.
It's not like
it's
you're
only
offering
Yeah.
people to Satan every day. Just a few goats every once in a while.
Yo, John, it's Saturday. It's our monthly goat ritual. Come on, where are you? You're late.
I'm having a little trouble finding getting a goat for this week. You might have to go to the farm down the street if you know what I'm saying.
I just don't understand, like, even the Illuminati, like, with all, it'd be like all these celebrities. You know what? Hold on. Let me retract this statement with that. The only thing, I don't think the Illuminati exists, and I think the only thing that comes close to it is Scientology.
Yeah.
I was gonna make fun of that people don't have time for the Illuminati. Actually, dude, you know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. I retract everything.
All right.
People have time for fucking mass on Sunday and shit. People have time to be part of their KKK meetings. People have time to go to their fucking...
People will find time.
What the fuck am I talking about? People have plenty of time to go do their religious shit. They can fucking start the podcast at 13 minutes.
I got a lot of time, so.
But fuck that. I'm trying to think. People I work with, not a single soul goes to church. The people I work with. Not a fucking soul. And if they do, maybe they're just really quiet about it. But
I don't know one person that goes to church.
it'd be the boomers that would be doing that.
Yeah. I feel like churches are going to go out of business soon.
That's weird you put it that way. So many people would be offended by that shit.
Why?
Because they're calling it a business. Yeah, because
it is a business.
Yeah, I know. But they don't. Most people don't fucking think that.
Okay, well. Keep digging the hole that you're putting your head in.
Oh, dude, we're getting to a spicy podcast. 14 minutes. I don't give a shit about religion, but if I had to think about that before I said that. But for myself, I don't care about religion for myself. But if it
If it
brings,
makes you-
but if it brings you
Yes.
peace and it makes you feel better in going
Dude.
forward in life and whatever religion it is, that's totally fine.
But it's
But
the
don't
same
have it
thing.
interfere with me ever.
But if it exactly, and if it's
That's
it's
how
the
I feel
same
about it.
thing. If like if you prayed to a package of ramen noodles every Saturday, and and then you ate it afterwards, and that made you happy, that's all you, my man.
Like, isn't the flying spaghetti monster an actual religion?
Yep.
That's like,
It's called
Come on.
It has a name. I don't remember
flying
what it
spaghetti.
is.
I thought it
though.
was the flying spaghetti monster.
No, the religion actually has an actual.
Do people
name.
actually believe it, or is it just like a meme?
No,
they're
it's
just
just for non-believers.
So they're meming.
Yeah, pretty much.
I feel like that's kind of that's kind of an asshole thing, though.
Yeah, a little bit. You're like making fun of
Yeah,
religion.
I think that's kind of like just let people do their thing. Eh,
Hey, I agree.
if you get offended by it, that's your own fault, I guess. Actually,
Just do you.
yep,
Do you be happy?
yep,
Find
yeah,
what
literally.
happy.
I don't know. I forgot where I was going with this whole thing.
God is fake, and they've been controlling you for thousands and thousands of years.
Relax. Someone told me. Well, I the whole simulation one is fucking spicy. That's a fun one to go down. Where it's like, what if? Well, yeah.
I wish
I'm
we
not
were
going
in a
down this fucking
simulation.
rabbit hole. No,
I wish we were in a simulation.
Sometimes
It'd be
it's
so
like-
much fun.
no, dude. It wouldn't be. We'd be
Why not?
controlled by others. You would.
Not if it was a simulation.
Yeah, but you can tamper with the simulation.
Yeah, but that's not to say that they are.
Okay. Now we're getting into fucking complex ideologies. Here, I don't fucking.
You know,
I wonder if there's a
sometimes-
religion for that. Probably
a
not.
simulation
What would you
religion.
worship?
Probably. The people
That also
who ran the
isn't like a
simulation.
very feels good. Yeah, I guess so. But then who created them? Dun, dun, dun. They're in the. That's the.
There you go.
I forgot the name of it, but that's the fuck one. Fuck you up one too. It's like if we're in one, and like what if they're in one, and then what if that's in one, and it just the rabbit hole. descends.
it's the same way where we could be in one black hole in another universe and like another. Like there's all that too.
Too much.
A lot of time
Just my head
vortexes.
Too much. Yeah. Oh yeah. But anyway, back all the way to like minute 3 in this fucking podcast. My thing with ghosts is, which I was telling John about earlier, is like nobody's ever fucking seen one. And if they have, never been any evidence.
Yeah, I mean, we had a whole like in those like late 2000s years, like 2008, 2009. We
Oh, a
started
good
getting
Spew of it, yeah.
well, not even that, but just really good cameras on our phones.
Oh yeah.
And there was a point where we were all like,
Where's the
okay,
proof?
not even that, where it's like, okay, like in the next 10 or so years, if nobody has taken a picture of a ghost or Bigfoot or like these things that are like urban legends,
Oh yeah.
like myths, where it's like there's so much like imaging equipment that's so readily available now that if
Oh,
you
yeah.
haven't gotten a picture of it yet, it's like come on, you know.
There's a lot of footage of like shit falling off shelves and all that. I've actually, holy fuck, I've experienced this once in my entire life, and I did this, and I went back to sleep
Nice.
for the whole ordeal lasted 5 minutes. I remember it was like 11 p.m. or it was late. It was maybe I don't know what time. It was nighttime. I was when I was still with my parents, and I had my closet. I had a fairly large closet that was like not deep but like wide, and the double doors like they were wide open, so you could see perfectly like right into the closet. My bed faced the opening of the closet, so I saw right into it. I don't remember what I was doing. I think it was on my phone or something, but I had like a light on, and literally out of like bumblefuck nowhere, like it wasn't raining. Like there was no, you can hear a pin drop in my room. Like nobody was like really, like I think everybody was just like going to sleep or some shit. And then all of a sudden, like the tie on my like shelf. I remember. I think I told you about this, John.
Yeah, you did.
The tie just like fell onto the fucking like somebody like pulled it off. Like it wasn't like a, like it just fell like aggressively. I guess like onto the ground. And I remember, like, I feel like I texted you instantly, and I texted, like, Tara. I was like, holy fuck. Like, this shit just, like, I don't know. I have no idea what could cause that, to be honest with you. But, like, maybe it was slipping ever so slowly, or, like, the nail weakened, I guess. I guess you could start getting into, like, some fucking physics. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck caused that to this day. But that's probably the spookiest shit that has unexplainably happened to me, where I like some shit like that just like I've had shit like fall, but like then you can quickly assess the situation and be like, oh, it was kind of like on the edge, oh blah, blah, like or something. With this, like it was on whatever it was on pretty good, and I never really touched. I don't wear ties ever, and so it was on there like fucking good, and then that happened, and I was like, holy shit. Other than that though, when people say like, oh, I saw my grandma in the hallway, it's like, dude, where the fuck was your camera? What are you talking about?
You didn't see your grandma.
I think
And if you did,
it's in your head.
yes, it's your brain and you wanting to see your dead grandma again.
Yeah. It's exactly, it's like you're projecting things.
Yeah.
Like it's not actually there. It's not like, I don't think there's like the only level of any of it actually ever being real is just projections in your head. Like, isn't schizophrenia like borderline seeing things and shit?
Borderline, it is seeing things.
Yeah, like, come on. The only way I'd ever believe anybody is if there's footage. Well, I don't know, dude. You could fake all this shit nowadays. But if like multiple people were like, oh yeah, we saw it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like fucking night. But even then, you want proof. Yeah, I know.
Have you ever looked at any, well, not even, I'm not trying to be like big brain, but like the statistics on eyewitness testimonies and stuff in like just normal everyday like sentencing for prisoners and stuff?
No, why?
It's some astronomical number where like 80% of them are incorrect. They can't recollect what happened at like what.
Why?
At what they're talking about. It's just your memory is so bad. Your memory is only. It's so weird to say. I don't know how any other way to put it. Your memory is only as good as your memory is. You will never
fuck
that like what happened will never be the same in your head as somebody else's head. Ever. It's just I'll look it up. There's a whole like study done on eyewitness testimonies.
Well, is it because you start to like build a new narrative in your head?
It's not. I mean, it's all of that. It's like what you were fed beforehand, what you saw on the news the day before. Your memory could just not be as good.
Doesn't time out? Like, what if the incident happened 3 days ago? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
opposed
probably,
to like fucking 5 years ago. Like, you're gonna. I would like. It depends. Like, if there's a range of like the incidents for those statistics, like it would be tough,
dude.
I feel like I'd have I don't know. I get what you're saying, but like
no, but here in 75 or I don't know how this isn't reliable. I don't know. It says in 75% of false conviction cases, they were caused by an inaccurate eyewitness statement. That's on this .org website, but I don't know how reliable it is. But I know that it's like an astronomical number where just eyewitness testimonies and anything like that is like anything to do with recollecting a certain moment in time or anything like that. It's so your brain is so bad at doing that.
That's pretty interesting.
It's like really weird. It makes you think differently about like your memory and like what you're actually remembering. It's weird.
That is weird. Huh.
That's going to be one of the big changes that we make, and or like not in the big changes, but like something that we look back on.
I have something to say after this.
And where it's like, wow, you were just taking people's word for it, just like for what they thought they remembered they saw.
What's that?
We're always
there's
like trying
that Black
to.
Mirror episode, Crocodile.
Yep.
Where they look back.
It's
at
like
the memory and
always
shit.
your brain is like always trying to like piece it together about like what happened. It's not just one solid
Oh yeah.
chunk of like memory. I don't know, it's strange. We can change the subject.
No, I was gonna take it to an even more fucked level.
Bring it on.
There was a I was on fucking Reddit, and this like 16-year-old that like murdered his stepmom and stepdad because they like abused him and like locked him in closets and shit, so he murdered them. But now he has like 25 years in jail, and it's like, well, anybody at all with the opportunity, imagine getting abused your entire life. Like they were like apparently they threw like rocks at him and shit. Like the fuck? And like locked him in a closet, like didn't feed him correct, like intentionally, like I don't know. I think they fed him, but like not normal.
Sounds like if I was a parent.
Dude. But the thing, like, imagine like and then you murder them like anybody else would with the opportunity and fucking willpower in that situation, and then you go to jail for 25
And
years.
they lock you back up in a box.
Dude, and then you get out and you're like, you have fucking freshman high school education as your top education. You have no idea how to interact in society. What's going to happen? You're going to go right back in.
It's the same with everything though. It's literally every inmate ever.
God bless America.
It's not they try and market it as a rehabilitation to be put back into the general population, but it's not how it works.
Then,
They obviously want to keep money, and they obviously want to keep people in the prisons to keep getting tons of funding and keep getting money.
God bless
why would a prison want to rehabilitate someone to make them healthy enough to get back into general population when they make more money if they stay there?
I love it.
Right?
That's my favorite. That's my favorite part.
That's my favorite.
That's my favorite.
That's that part right there.
That's my favorite part. Wow, we're really letting this one fucking rip, eh?
You just got to keep the clamps down on them.
This one, I don't think has been funny. It's mostly just been, ghosts, KKK, and jail, and
I don't know
fucking.
what's been funny. What's been funny in the
what-
news lately?
What episode of this podcast has been funny at all?
Amen.
Let's throw that one out there.
Amen.
What's funny in the news? How about Donald Trump saying free Rocky?
Well, that also. I just want to say big shout out to anybody whose panties got all in a bunch from that lady making a joke about XXX Tentacion. How about go fuck yourself? Just a joke. Figured I'd throw that out on the podcast because that pissed me off.
I mean, don't get offended. I don't know. I don't think that joke was funny at all. But it wasn't. I didn't think it wasn't funny because of making fun of a dead person. I just didn't think it was funny in general. But it probably just wasn't for me. That kind of humor.
Yep.
I don't think I don't. Who cares? They're dead.
But that's a lot of.
Unless you're like,
But that's also a lot of stand-up comedy is just going on stage and trying stuff and like feeling it out. There might be a funny joke in there, and she's just trying to find it, and that's
maybe.
part of the process.
yeah,
She'll do that joke 10, 15, 20, 100 times before she finds like the correct way to say it at the correct timing and stuff like that. She might swap a few things out. It might not even be XXX Tentacion next time. He's not even the main part of the joke. The main part of the joke is having a ton of money on you, and then you could just Venmo it instead of having a ton of money on you.
yep,
So, you know what I'm saying?
yep.
It's not even like she's making fun of him. He's not even the joke. Chris D'Elia said the same thing. Whereas like he doesn't even have to be in there.
What did he
anyway.
say on his podcast?
Yeah, I think so.
Fuck me! I just stubbed my fucking toe.
You're not even. Are you up and moving?
Oh my god! No, I fucking moved my foot and kicked my computer.
Nice.
Imagine everything just shut off. How funny would that be?
Oh, that'd be
The
hilarious.
podcast, this episode would fucking. Why I said that weird. This episode would end because I fucking kicked my computer. Nice.
That'd be a good meme.
Meme.
All right, we can move on from the stand whatever. But
Well, I think.
Donald Trump,
Yeah. Come
or
on.
you can go whatever.
No, I
you
don't. I
take
mean,
the
there
reins
isn't
back.
a lot to say about it besides what the fuck are we living in a cartoon?
Dude, first of all, I want to say it was hilarious watching him tweet out to let him go on bail and that he wasn't a flight risk when Sweden has no form of bail.
The funny part for me is when he said, "We did so many good things for Sweden and they can't do anything for us." I'm disappointed. It was like some shit where he was
Nice, dude.
disappointed. Let me read it word for word so I don't fucking butcher this.
He was like talking shit to the
I just think it's funny because like that's such a reach. Like what? We're like not
He's
going
grasping
to war
at
with
straws.
them, dude.
He
What the
has
fuck?
yeah, no shit. He has nothing.
What the fuck?
His guy assaulted somebody in Sweden.
It's
a
not even
US
his
citizen.
guy. It's
I
not
know,
even
well,
his
it's a
guy.
US
fucking
citizen.
yes, but if this was just like me there, who fucking cares?
Well, there you would.
Hold on,
if
hold on.
you
It
got
gets funnier.
arrested,
Hold on, it gets funnier. Hold on. Where is it?
I'm just letting you know if you did get arrested in a foreign country, the embassy does try and help you.
Yeah, but the fucking president of the United States of America would not be making ridiculous tweets about it. Is my point.
No, but
I'm
you're
not saying
also
they wouldn't
not
leave you there,
ASAP
like-
Rocky.
Yeah, no shit. But I just think it's fucking.
And it's also-
hilarious.
It's also probably free marketing for him as helping the black community.
Yeah, that's
way
what
he
I'm
probably
trying to
sees
find
it.
the fucking tweet because he said. He said it's disappointing. I forgot he said that. We're letting the. Oh, fuck.
Didn't he call him the president of Sweden or something like that?
Yeah.
I feel like they have a prime minister, but I might be wrong.
Imagine you just let somebody fucking curate his tweets.
I wonder if it's president.
Hold on, where is it?
It is prime minister. Yeah.
Very disappointed in Prime Minister Stefan.
Oh,
Man,
no.
and and mind you, I'm gonna fuck this up. Stefan Löfven for being unable to act. Sweden has let our African American community down in the
Unable?
United States. I watched the tapes of ASAP Rock tapes, mind you, of ASAP Rocky, and he was being followed and harassed by troublemakers. Treat Americans fairly. Hashtag free Rocky.
Dude,
Oh shit. That's the I want to frame that on my wall. I'm gonna
Me
ask Tara
too.
if I can hang that on the
but it's like such an underhanded such a low blow because he's basically saying, "Oh, he's not powerful enough to free A$AP Rocky." No, you fucking moron.
dude, I
there-
want to hang
like-
that on my wall.
Sweden has a way of prosecuting and dealing with people who do things criminally or do bad things the same way America does. Well, it's not the same way. It's actually different, but it's treating the same problems differently. And I think Sweden actually has. I think Sweden's criminal system is a lot better than ours,
Oh yeah.
which is
Well, so they say.
even funnier to talk about.
So they say.
Well, it's actually like rehabilitating people. It's like most of Europe.
Yep.
It's so crazy. Very disappointed in Prime Minister.
I'm buying a
Or
frame
being
so I can.
Unable to act.
I plan on buying this, by the way.
Like this guy, he's so obviously pandering to the African American community. Sweden has let our African American community down in the United States. So have you.
Yep. That's
What
our
is so crazy?
president. That's our boy. That's our guy.
Sweden should focus on its real crime problem. And it's just he's talking about they let a lot of refugees in from the Middle East, but which I agree they probably shouldn't have. They have a much bigger I'm not even going to pretend like I understand European politics or the border disputes and stuff like that and what's going on over there. I'm very uneducated. But very different problem than what we're facing here with the border and how a lot of people like to frame how Sweden has a really bad problem with immigrants right now, and a lot of European countries do. And they try and equate it to our, air quotes, problems with immigrants here.
Really?
It's much different. Yes.
I love me some armchair politics, dude.
Hey, that's what I'm doing for the last 5 minutes for some reason. I don't even know what I'm doing. Just talking and I'm leading into armchair politics.
I fucking love this whole podcast is fucking armchair.
Switch it up,
debates.
dude. What do we got?
No, I ain't even sure. I'm just saying I like that. Fuck it. What do we got going on? Whole lot of fucking nothing special. Kind of want to go see Quentin Tarantino's new movie. I'm trying to think of a good movie I've seen recently. Kung Fu Hustle. That was fucking crazy. That sometimes you watch a movie and you're like, damn. Well, I mean, this is probably only me, but I guess anything like with music, any art form, sometimes, or a game, movie, book, and you're like, you read it or whatever, you experience it, and you're like, fuck, why did I just do that now? Like,
Yeah, that was me when I
whatever
watched
has been
Oldboy.
out for. Yeah, exactly. You're like, wow, why did I just see this now? Like, this is fucking great. That's how it is sometimes, and that's how it was with Kung Fu Hustle. And I love those kind of movies where you're like, wow, why did I just see this now? And then what's even weirder, like, with my brain is like, I'll remember the year that I've watched, said, well, yeah, maybe, kind of. Yeah. I'll remember where I was, rather. That's weird. I can remember, where I was. Sometimes you have a weird memory, you know what I mean?
Yeah, kinda.
It's like I can remember the year movies came out, usually. Old Boy was 2003. Pretty sure about that. Let me double
We should
check
make a
that.
movie.
Old Boy. 2003. I love that. We should make them. Yeah, let's do it. We're doing a music video in a month.
I know. I'm hyped.
That's on the DL.
Keep it on. Yeah, don't.
On the DL at the moment. DL
On the-
ATM.
Yeah.
You know what it is.
You'll hear more about that in the future.
If anybody's wondering, it's John that is the artist. I thought you'd laugh at that.
It's already
You didn't
it's
even-
already too
You
much.
didn't even fucking laugh at that.
It's already
That fell so flat. Holy shit.
That's already too much
Wow.
info.
I don't
I
know
was
if you were
stunned
thinking
by,
about that or what.
I
but
was-
that fell flat, dude.
I was stunned by you leaking all that info.
Oh, is that what it was? Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
That was
I feel like I've been doing this podcast for fucking 3 hours now. I'm not gonna lie.
It's been 40 minutes.
Yeah, I know.
39 and a half minutes.
I don't know what it is. I struggle to make it to the hour mark every fucking podcast. It's probably because I get like well, in this instance, we recorded this one late, and then I started to get tired, flapping my gums too much, and then I'm like, I'll just go to fucking sleep.
There you go.
I mean, we've only
If,
been flapping our gums for 38 minutes.
The only thing that I ever want to talk about is video games.
Yeah.
So
Well, I thought you were
I
gonna.
don't really add much. No, there's nothing
nothing?
really to that. Just
You sure?
you're talking about not being able to make it to the end of the podcast, and
That's what you throw at the end of it usually.
no, it's just I never really
Got the
add
wild
anything
card.
other than video games.
We could talk about Madden and how they remake the same game for the past 20 years.
Yep, same thing, and it will continue to be the same thing until somebody makes an unlicensed football game that's good, that actually picks up traction during a good time
Fuck.
where, yeah, no, big time good luck. It has to be in a time where Madden hate is at its peak highest, where people will actually put down Madden and be like, and no, it's not even.
People
don't
wanted
even
the
see it.
XFL to blow up.
No, not even. It's you can't fight the NFL. That's different than fighting a video game.
All
Way
right.
different. The NFL is way too big for that.
Ah, that's scary.
That would put. Actually, yeah, I feel like that would put way too many billionaires out of business, or maybe not out of business, but in a lot of. It would cost a lot of billionaires a lot of money, which is why I think it would never happen. But a video game challenging Madden, I could see maybe on like a PC, like on a computer game.
Mhm.
I could see like a more of a simulation type of video football game where it's more realistic.
That would be really cool. See,
I
we don't
think
even
that
get
would
like
do
dabble. Like we
well.
don't even get like any. We don't get
Because
like
nobody tries.
yeah,
Nobody can get the NFL license, so they go, oh well, nobody's gonna like it.
Wait, but why? Why can't anybody else get it?
Because EA and Madden
Have a
paid
deal?
for the exclusive rights to the NFL likeness or something like that.
For
The
how
NFL
long?
and the NFL players likeness. They just keep renewing it.
Every year.
I don't know about every year, but it's every 5 or 10 years or something like that. They just renewed it
That's
like
so
2 years
annoying.
ago or something like that, I think.
So we're in for another 5-10 year.
Of
Yeah.
NFL players being in Madden only, yeah. Until they don't renew
you know
the
what
license.
would actually beat it out? Maybe.
What?
Maybe this is what you said already, but like if somebody made a whole other football game with just like nothing about the NFL at all,
Yeah, that's the whole. That would be. That's how you have to do it.
like it would just be football, but like no NFL teams, no players, just like it's entirely.
Yeah, but my idea would be to make it extremely moddable. So if people wanted, they could add in NFL teams to it.
And that wouldn't
But-
be against the law.
I don't know, but it's not like it's
not
not.
law,
I'm
but,
not. I'm not. I would assume that I am not as saying if I made the game, I am not giving people the NFL players. They're just doing it on their local computers.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like I'm giving them the NFL players. I'm just allowing the game to be altered
Yeah.
on like a computer. But then it's a lot of the Madden community is all console based, and you can't do that on consoles. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, sounds like we're
Wraps it
stuck
up
with
for
a fucking month.
Gamer Corner.
That wraps it up for your monthly gamer talk.
WoW Classic is now officially
kidding, we're
under a
back.
month away. We're less 1 day under a month to WoW Classic, and now that wraps up the gaming corner. Good job.
You just had to keep up the fucking. You had to get the countdown. I got you.
Yeah,
Um,
that's my addition for the week. Every
Let's see.
bi-weekly podcast.
my only addition for the movie corner is go see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Apparently, it's a good motion picture. It's an original idea. We haven't had a lot of that this year. It is being played on 35 millimeter film in certain theaters, so that's something a lot of fucking millennials have not seen, including myself, until recent. And that's a
I don't
different
even know what
experience.
that is.
It's just a projected film. Most shit we see in theaters, and I learned this because I was looking to work for a movie theater, like when I was 17 or 16 or some shit, and I wanted to do the projectionist role, and they were like, "LOL, you fucking idiot! We just play this off hard drives and like a projector." I think it's literally just a projector hooked up to like a computer or some shit
Yeah.
with a hard drive.
It's all digital.
Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing but like
That's
with
actually
35
getting ran off
millimeter.
of film.
Yeah, it's like actually spooling the
That's kinda
film
cool.
through, and it's a whole different vibe. I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, like only I fucking like most I would say like 95% of people are going to be like, I don't fucking care. Although then again, if you're going to see that movie, there's a good amount of people that would probably care about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
'Cause that's like an actual, dare I say, motion picture.
If you,
Let's bring that back.
I have a movie recommendation for what we were talking about with ghost stuff. You should see A Ghost Story.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of my favorites, actually. I was
love
going to
that
say,
movie.
I don't know. I won't say anything, actually. Just go watch that movie. It's very different.
I just figured it was on brand for what we're talking about
Yeah.
earlier.
I thought you were going to say Lake Mungo. Lake Mungo looks good.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
It's like a mockumentary ghost movie from like 2008. And it looks really fucking good. And nobody talks about it. And it just looks... I looked up this movie today, and I watched like a whole YouTube video essay bullshit on like... I think it was literally called What We Can Learn from Korean Horror Films. And one of them was like... He talked about a bunch of different ones, but... The Wailing was one of them, and The Wailing looks fucking insane. Like, not like chaos crazy, but just like... kind of disturbing.
The what?
The Wailing.
Like crying?
Yeah, W-A-I-L-I-N-G.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Like like somebody wailing.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of like Midsummer. Midsummer.
Was it like that? No.
Worse.
I don't know.
It's the wailing in that is pretty crazy too.
It's like yeah.
The same thing in Hereditary.
No, the name of the movie is The Wailing.
Oh, I thought you were nice, dude. You memed me.
Wow. Did I have you fucked up that bad?
Yeah, you memed me.
What did you think the name of the movie was that I was talking about?
I didn't even hear you talk about the movie, to be honest.
No, it's fucking The Wailing, dude. The name of the
Alright.
movie is The Wailing. Anyway, holy shit. Although maybe there's a scene where there is a person wailing.
Dude, you memed the heck out of me. Live on air.
My bad.
Don't ever do that again.
Dude, sometimes I
Alright.
hear people stomping around upstairs, and I'm like, I like to picture scenarios.
Where
in my head.
are
I'm
we
like,
right now?
I'm in my apartment recording this fucking dumbass podcast.
I know.
On the internet with you. Anyway, I hear them stomping around upstairs, and I'm like, I like to build a scenario. Like, like right now, it sounds like they're fighting. It's a lot of stomping going around. So I'm assuming they're fucking yelling at each other, or maybe they're just having some crazy fucking sex, or maybe they're fucking
Is it two people?
aggressively cleaning their room.
Or you don't even know. You're just.
I'm
you're just
assuming.
making-
I'm projecting
Gotcha.
scenarios.
If it were me and I heard people really stomping around, I would think
Start
it's
stomping
because
back?
there's.
Get a broom out?
I'm not even. Yeah, I would start smacking the ceiling with a broom.
It doesn't even bother me because I'm used to it from when I used to live with my parents. It's in a way it's kind of comforting because then I'm like,
Oh, mom and dad are upstairs.
and that's how my brain works. Everybody.
It's my nice. It's mom and dad.
Oh, it's just my
Mom, you get some milk and cookies. Mom, can you bring me some Oreos?
Oh, fuck. Anyway, let's go back to The Wailing now.
Dude, what are we talking about?
We went from
What are we talking about?
people
dude?
upstairs to what I was saying about The Wailing is like, yeah, it's a crazy fucking movie about some possessed people, but like this dude played the last scene in the movie and it looks terrifying. Korean
Dude,
horror movies
You want me to tell you?
are fucked.
You want me to
Alright?
tell you?
They're doing it a lot better than the fucking white people over
You want me to tell you what I thought you said earlier?
Okay. So you
I
did
thought-
think I said something.
Yeah, but I just realized now because you said we could learn a lot about Korean horror movies,
Yep.
and then you said The Wailing, and I
Yeah.
thought you said we could learn a lot about The Wailing out of Korean horror movies.
Wow,
Like,
you really fucking swap words there, eh?
yeah, it just hit me now
You
why
really just
why that
started,
was
like,
making.
Shuffling
Nice.
words around.
Yeah, all right, let's get this point across that I keep interrupting now.
No, that was really it. It's just Korean horror movies are really fucked. And
Hey, I have
if you like
I have an
horror
input.
movies and you're looking for something new, let me know. Dude, I
We
don't know
also
what they're
watched
doing
that
upstairs,
French
but
film.
it literally sounds like bodies are just. This dude's
Or
like
is it-
fucking packaging his dead bodies upstairs. There's like a lot of shit going on up there. He's fucking moving stuff and
They're probably moving
something
out.
slammed on the ground. There's like a lid. I don't know if it's a bathroom above me. I don't know what's going on up there.
Hey, dude, just gonna not lie to you. If you don't watch other movies because they have subtitles and you need to read the subtitles, you're stupid.
Oh yeah, I actually leave
Remember-
subtitles on my TV usually.
I do too for pretty much every movie, for everything.
It's just
Also,
a little bit. I don't know. It makes it easy.
remember when we watched that Italian movie or French movie without any
But-
subtitles?
Oh, I had a good counter to that.
That was also I enjoyed it without subtitles, and I didn't know what they were
I don't even
saying.
remember what movie this is though. What movie?
Sicario or something?
That's Spanish. We watched Sicario.
No, maybe it's not that. It was a horror movie where their heads were exploding at the end.
Oh, fuck. What is the name of it? Suspiria.
That's what it was.
Yeah, Suspiria.
That was like
yeah,
Italian
they
or
were speaking
something,
like
right?
German. Yeah, Italian. It was
French?
Italian, definitely Italian. I think. Yeah,
That
and
was
we
such an
just
awesome
we had no
movie.
idea what they were saying.
Yeah, we just did no
You know?
spoiler.
And it was
or
like a
not
good 15-minute just back and forth Italian, and we were like, "Is this supposed to be like this?"
Yeah, and then
we
we
were
just
like, I
watched
don't
like an
know.
hour and a half.
And then it just kept going. We were like, "I don't think it's supposed
It
to
was-
be like this."
yeah, and it
then
was
we just let it
actually
ride.
good though. But it was good enough to where it was
We were-
like I don't
What's
care if
interesting
we
about
can't
that is though we were able to
understand it.
pick it up by visual cues, like just things
Yeah.
they were doing, and we were able to figure out what the fuck was going on.
That's such an awesome movie.
I don't know if I bought that. No, I didn't buy it on Blu-ray, but it is a really good movie.
But it goes to my thing where it's like if you can't
Yeah.
or like if you're not watching movies because you have to read subtitles, it's like in a different language or something like
You're an
Old
idiot.
Boy or any of those good like foreign movies.
Oh, yeah.
You're dumb.
Yeah, come on. What are you doing?
It's the same. I mean,
You're being a fucking
don't know.
idiot.
don't.
Forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, Korean horror movies. If there's people that listen to this and like, or I would say love, or no, yeah, like or love horror that wants something new. That's why it pisses me off when people are like, "Wow, horror movies are so fucking bad nowadays." Well, first off, they're already wrong. Like, there's a lot of good horror movies that are coming out nowadays. And then secondly, like, it just means that you're not watching the right shit. Like, if you go to see the Bye Bye Man, and then you come out of that, or the Ring 2, or the Rings, whatever it was called, which I saw, which was god awful, and then you come out of that, and then you're like, wow, this movie's fucking terrible. Like, there's no good horror movies anymore. What the fuck? You have the smoothest brain I've ever touched.
You
in my
ain't got
life.
no lumps in your brain.
That's crazy, dude. You're not fucking fishing.
You gotta dig.
That's
a
like
little.
watching a basketball game of the two worst teams playing, and then you're like, wow,
Wow.
these fucking players nowadays are garbage. They're nothing like they
Basketball
were in
sucks
1990s,
nowadays.
1980s. You're being a fucking idiot. You're just scratching the surface and then assuming the rest of it. Fuck off. Well, anyway.
Yeah, bad memes.
This
People
has
being
been
stupid. What's new?
This was a rough podcast. We should just call it the rough. I think we've been fucking all these up.
A rough patch.
Hey, what are you gonna do? At least we're doing one. Every time
You get what you get.
we record, I'm like, hey, at least we're recording finally.
Yeah.
What is this? 19?
Something like that.
That's pretty good.
I'll tell you what,
That's
that's
pretty
18
fucking
more
good.
than I thought we were gonna do.
That's true. That's fucking true. Let's well, I'm gonna wrap up 19. We're like 55 minutes in. We'll hit 20 and I don't know. We'll see. Ask for
Eventually.
it. Hey, ask for it. And you'll get it. Say nah, fuck it. Don't even say anything. Just ask for it. Lets me know you're listening.
Amen.
There was something else I wanted to add. I can't remember. I guess was it something with the shirts? Maybe I feel like I wanted to say something about the merchandise. Oh,
I have no idea.
I don't know. I still have like 30 shirts that I never gave out, so I guess that's what I was gonna say. If you want one, ask for it. And
We got him.
John, do you have one?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Forgot about that.
I have a blue one.
I should probably wear
I
mine.
like it a lot, actually.
It's pretty comfortable. They're pretty fucking
Yeah.
comfortable, guys.
I wear them.
When my friends wear them, I'm like, fuck. Nothing gets my dick harder. That's great.
It's awesome. I mean, it's cool. I saw Joe wear one.
I think it's a cool
one
shirt.
time, and it was
Yeah.
really cool.
I mean, I don't care if that idiot wears it. Fuck that kid. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. I'm just gonna wrap it up now. We've been fucking lingering on about t-shirts. Follow us on Twitter. DM us if you have a specific topic you want us to hit. I say that every podcast. That has happened 0 times.
Yep,
But
I got 0 of those.
But again, hit us up if you want. Hit us up on Instagram, and that's gonna be it. Episode 20 shortly.
Wow. Yeah, comes City to City.